Hello friends, myself Mohit and I am going to dictate you Steno legal matter. Please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more dictations. So be ready for the dictation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. The question, therefore, that has to be answered in this petition is as to whether there was any valid payment after the award or deposit in accordance with the provisions of Section 31 of the Land Acquisition Act 1894, and secondly, whether the said payment did amount to a valid tender of the amount of compensation to the tenure holders or not. Stop. It has also to be seen as to whether this payment after 31 years would amount to a payment that would not attract the provisions of Section 24 subclause 2 of the 2013 Act. Stop. In order to attract the provisions of Section 24 subclause 2 of the 2013 Act, the fiction provided for therein of a deemed lapse has to be passed into service, for which the necessary ingredients would be the existence of a fact which has to be contemplated in order to apply the fiction. Stop. Thus, the fact should be presumed to be in existence as on the date of the enforcement of the 2013 Act. In order to invoke the fictional clause as contained in Section 24 subclause 2 of the 2013 Act. Stop. Para. The question is as to whether what should be the date of payment of compensation in order to attract the aforesaid fiction. Stop. It is here that we find that the provisions of Section 24 subclause 2 of the 2013 Act require three conditions to be fulfilled, namely that the award should have been made 5 years or more prior to the enforcement of the Act. Stop. The aforesaid condition is fulfilled in the present case that the possession was also taken. Stop. The payment has been made in 2011. Stop. On a plain reading of the aforesaid provisions, the fact of payment of compensation did exist as prior to 1st of January 2014. Stop. Thus, the existence of the said fact eliminates the possibility of invoking the fictional clause as contained in Section 24 subclause 2 of the 2013 Act, as the payment had been tendered prior to 1/1/2014. Stop. Consequently, if the payment of compensation has been made prior to 1/1/2014, the same cannot be said to be an invalid payment unless the payment which has been made falls short of the requisite payment to which the tenure holder was entitled. Stop. Para. In our considered opinion, if the payment which has been tendered to the petitioners by way of checks, which is a literal payment as against the amount calculated under the award, is short of the amount which ought to have been paid to the petitioners under the award, then in that event the said payment cannot be said to be the full and complete payment as contemplated under the award. Stop. If that be the situation, then the petitioners can claim the benefit of Section 24, Subclause 2 of the 2013 Act, provided there is an evidence to the effect that the payment made to the petitioners falls short of the payment to which the petitioners were entitled under the award. Stop. Para. In this view of the matter, the leeway period of 5 years, as was urged on behalf of the petitioners, would not come to the advantage of the petitioners, because the said period of 5 years is to be calculated as only for the purpose of computing the period of the date of award 5 years prior to 1/1/2014. Stop. The said leeway period is not in relation to or is contemplated to apply for possession and payment of compensation that can be prior to 1/1/2014. Stop. If the payment or the possession has not taken place on or before 1/1/2014, then the provisions of Section 24, Subclause 2 will be clearly attracted, provided the award had been made 5 years prior to 1/1/2014. Stop. Consequently, the decision of the Apex Court in the case of Delhi Development Authority versus Reena Suri Supra clearly puts a final seal on the matter as per the ratio of paragraph 3 of the aforesaid decision, which applies on the facts of the present case as it stands today. Stop. Accordingly, the proceedings cannot lapse, as the fiction of deemed lapse cannot be attracted, as the possession has been taken and payment has been made prior to 1/1/2014. Stop.